So the lockdown has been starting to ease over the last few days here in the UK, and it's great because we can now get back out again and meet up with a few friends out in the countryside and just enjoy nature. Today we've come to Holme Fen and we've met up with another couple of photographers and YouTubers. We've met up with Jamie Overland and Tom Peters, and we've come here because one of the things which I would really like to try and get a photograph of is birch trees, and I've got this shot in my mind of a panoramic with the trunks of the birch trees. And today's quite an overcast day, although it's starting to break up a little bit now, the clouds, so we might get some nice light, but I think these conditions should work okay today for these birch trees. So Jamie's managed to get us lost, and he's just put his drone up to see if he can find a path. Otherwise we might be staying here longer than expected. So I was expecting the weather today to be quite grey and overcast, but actually we've had a few breaks in the clouds and we've got a little bit of light coming through, and shining some really nice light onto the silver trunks of these birches here. I've left the other guys over there, they're doing some photos back there, but I've decided to come along this path because I think I've seen a stand of trees which might fit my brief for a panoramic shot over here. So I'm just going to come over and have a little bit of an explore. I've also left Hannah. Hannah's getting her macro lens out because there's quite a lot of dragonflies and damselflies around here. So I think she's hoping to do a little bit of macro photography today. So I've just come down into this clearing here and I'm just having a little wander around. The trouble that I'm having is that there's quite a lot of undergrowth, which, because it's in the middle of summer, it's growing quite high, so to actually get shots of just the trunks, I'm going to have to try and keep the camera up high to shoot over the top of that foliage. Yeah, it's not easy, but then woodland photography never is. But I'm convinced there must be a composition here somewhere, I'm sure. Just got to try and pick it out. So I've managed to find a spot where actually the undergrowth is quite low, so I can get a direct shot at the tree trunks. And also these tree trunks aren't too covered in leaves. A lot of the tree trunks around here have got these little green leaves, and it's just, there's too much green going on, so you can't quite see enough of the trunks for the sort of shot which I'm after. This little stand here though, I think is going to work okay. So what I've done is I've got my 105mm lens zoomed right in as far as I can, and I'm actually planning to do a stitched panoramic. And at the moment, because I've got the camera in portrait mode, I'm actually still getting the ground in shot and a little bit too much sky in shot as well. But what's going to happen is I'm probably going to crop those as a 4x5 crop of each frame, but it will be stitched together into a pano. So what we'll end up with, hopefully, or the idea anyway, is we'll just get a nice long thin letterbox type pano of just lots of silver birch trunks. That's what I'm going for anyway, that's the plan, so yeah, we'll see if it works. So I've actually just moved around ever so slightly from where I took that last shot, and there's another stand of trees here which Jamie pointed out to me earlier actually, These ones have got much thinner trunks, and I think they make for a slightly different sort of shot to the previous standard trees. I'm going for a panoramic. This time I'm sort of undecided at the moment whether or not I'm going to include the more sort of foliage at the bottom. These trees have got ferns sort of underneath them, and I'm thinking that those might work quite nicely just along the bottom of the image. So I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to just sort of chop it like I did last time and just have the tree trunks, or whether I'll include those ferns in the bottom. But I might sort of make that decision later on. So we're going to call it a day here at Holme Fen. It's been an absolutely wonderful day, and it's just been fantastic to get out again, and also to meet up with Tom and Jamie as well. It's just great now to be able to have a little bit of socialising, even though we have to keep our distance still. It's just great to see some other photographers as well. But yeah, it's been a great day. How did you find it?
It was fun. I was taking photos of dragonflies and damselflies, or one of them, whichever they were. Yeah, it was a good time.
Good time. So anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this video too, and we'll see you next time. What am I saying?
No idea.
Okay. I've got no idea what I'm going to say.